Hey, welcome to Five Lakes Garage. Today we are going to answer some of the comments and some of the requests from one of my previous videos on your disaster readiness kit. I'll leave a link down below so that you can go look at that one as well. But right now what we're going to do is get a little bit more in depth on one of the options that I did say in that video, which was starting a fire with a battery. All right, so we're going to start this fire real quick. These are the things that I have to start this fire with. Now, before we start any fire, you have to be prepared. So you need to have kindling, got to make sure it's dry. One quick way of seeing if it's dry, take a piece and just break it. All right, you hear that crack? Okay, now this is dry enough to burn. If it kind of went up there and it was like elastic or just kind of bungee, not quite ready to burn yet. This stuff here has been sitting here for a little bit. I actually cut it off that tree right there. But this is what we're going to use to start this fire. So, like I said before, 9-volt battery. We're going to try a D battery. I think this is pretty dead, so I don't know if this is going to work, but at least you can get the concept of it. We're going to use, if I can grab it, a piece of chewing gum. Yes, we're going to try to MacGyver this thing. You can use a piece of chewing gum and also some steel wool. Now, using steel wool, you got to get the right stuff. So this stuff right here, it's too coarse, too big. It doesn't really burn very well, but you can use it in a pinch. This stuff here, it's actually the ultra fine. If you look at the grade scale, it's 0.000. This has a very high carbon content in it, so it will actually burn. So let's start a fire. So we're going to start with a regular 9-volt battery. This should work pretty well. And did I move? Oh, there it is. There we go. All right, so I have my leaves here ready. We'll just have it in a pile. So basically all you do, you have two sections here. You got a positive and a negative. And basically all you do is touch it to this. Ready? We're going to do it real quick. See? See, it's nice and lit. You start it going to get real good, and then you kind of put it down. Whew, I got warm. Put something on top of it. There you go. Now we have fire. So you can put some other dry stuff on top and start that on. But if you are lost in the woods or whatever, this is one way of doing it. Anyway, there you go. So we got a fire there. What are some other ways of doing it? Well, but everybody has a cell phone, right? Well, cell phone all have batteries. Now this is an older one, so I can actually take the battery out. A lot of the newer ones do have a problem because you can't take the battery out. But if you look right here, you got 4 prongs. Now one of them is a negative and one of them is a positive. So you can take some more of your little steel wool. Actually, we probably won't go as far as making it right now, but you can at least see the sparks. And whoop, wrong stuff. There, I'll grab some new ones. Yeah, I made a mistake and grabbed some synthetic stuff, which is not going to work. So anyway, so I can put there, and actually you can see the sparks a little bit. Now this might take a little bit longer because the probes are very small. It's really hard to get in there, but you can see I'm thinking this last one's a negative, and the other 2 ends are negative and positive. So you can see the sparks. So you can use a battery from your cell phone. And put that back in there. Don't want to lose it or start on fire. Now the other one that we're going to do is more of a MacGyver thing. So this is a piece of chewing gum, which I'm going to give to my camera girl. And we have the aluminum outer coating. We also have a paper inner backing. Get some of the sugar off. And what we want to do is create a small resistance. So what we're going to do is fold that down, and then we're going to tear this to where all of the current is going to go down in one small little spot. Pull that out there and use that as kindling. And the smaller you can get this, the faster it's going to work. So let's get this really small. There we go. So we can fold the ends so it's easy to grab. So now it kind of looks like you took a bite out of it. All right. So we're going to try the 9-volt just because I know it has a little bit of juice left in it. You can use a D battery, a C battery, a AA, whatever battery you have. So I'm going to grab this. There we go. Now we're going to stick one end to my nice toasted battery here. I'm going to stick it on one end. Hold that in there. Now we're going to take this other end. Now we want all that current to go over that little piece, so try not to let it touch each other. There we go. So then we're going to sit here and wait. All right, well, I think you get the picture. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for that. So if you were lost in the woods and you don't have a lighter or matches or anything like that, grab a hold of a battery, maybe out of your flashlight. You got a D battery, that will work as well. You just, a little bit harder to get something to connect both ends. But if you do have a flashlight, you can take the top off and actually use the wires that are inside. So use what you have, be resourceful, but you can start a fire with just a simple little battery and some steel wool. Now, why would you have steel wool in the woods? Well, you got to wash your dishes, right? So just carry some steel wool in there. It will definitely help you out. So I'm pretty much going to do a series on scouting type of things, survival type of tidbits, and also life hacks type of thing. So stay tuned to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and also share it with your friends, and we should be able to have a lot of fun. So anyway, stay tuned. Well, the next one I think might be starting a fire in a different way, maybe how to make fire starters out of household items, which will kind of get a little bit scary because you do have these things around your house, and yes, they burn. Quite a bit. Chapstick for one, but we'll get to that. Anyway, like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.